What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to Vintage. Wait, what's this? This is a vintage story. What the heck? What's going on? This is weird. Oh, this must be that new game they were talking about. What's it called again? Oh, yeah, Palworld. Welcome to Palworld. I'll be honest, I've been a little AWOL for a while. It's because I've been obsessed with this game, and I decided, you know what? I want you guys to see it. So I decided we're going to start a Let's Play series of this game. Now, right off the bat, there's a lot to do in this game. I've played probably a couple dozen hours in a server with my buddy Mitchell. I still haven't even reached all of the locations. This map is absolutely gigantic. Just to give you an idea, I am here. The map is absolutely gargantuan. Look at this. All of that is explorable, and every new location has new stuff to do. Well, without any further ado, let's get going. Now, one thing I'm going to tell you guys, if you start a new playthrough, don't immediately head this way, because guess what? Windswept Island, yeah, there's all this awesome stuff right here. Kind of gives me the same vibe I got when I played Elden Ring. But remember, there may be something behind you, and guess what? There is. Typical thing. Stuff to go backwards. But if you look over here, strange blue glowy thing. Ugh, my guy obviously didn't do leg day. Alright, let's go. Picked up Castaway's journal, huh? Here's the Palpedia. I don't typically read the things. If you want to read them, feel free to play and find them yourself. Treasure chest, let's see what's in here. Oh, got a key, got some arrows, got some money. Everybody likes money, especially nowadays. Now here's the thing though, you always got to check all these little crevices, because one thing I figured out from this game, they like to hide stuff. So like over here, if you can get back here, go back there. There may be a treasure chest hiding. Anyway, let us go ahead and explore. Although, as you can see there at the bottom, you have unused stat points. That's because I've already leveled up once just by walking around. So, let's go see. So here's your character menu. As you can see, I have very little. But if you go to Enhanced Stats, you can actually upgrade a bunch of stuff. I'm going to recommend you upgrade your weight, your attack, and your stamina. But especially your weight and your stamina. I'm going to go with the weight so I can carry more. Because especially here in the beginning when you don't have a base or anything, everything gets so expensive really quick. And then you have to keep running back and forth. But here, gotta get some wood. Well, that was fast. Okay. Oh, another one. Alright. So, let's take a peek here. Look at that. Got a volcano, got some kind of golden plain looking things, got a red biome, got a big old mountain over there, got an absolutely gargantuan Erd tree looking thing, some sort of shield dome over there, an even bigger one over there. Is that a floating island? And an iceberg. There's some sheeps, or excuse me, lamb balls, a chickpea. So yeah, there are, I think, over 200, just under 300 different pals in this game. So, be prepared for a lot of exploration and a lot of pal catching. Let's see here. Oh yeah, it wants me to activate this. These are the equal statues. These are your fast travel points. See, in this game, you can only fast travel from specific and to specific fast travel locations. So you're going to come up here and activate it. Yay! I have a fast travel, and I have some tech points that I can redeem. More about those in a minute. Now you see I have these lamb balls here. These are good because they can give you meat. There's one of these cativas. All of that. Good early game, guys. But now it wants me to talk to this lady. Yep, I'm shipwrecked, yep. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh, you guys can go ahead and read this. I'm not going to read them out loud. You don't need to hear that much of my voice. I see. Oh, cutscene, maybe? Yes, yes. Alright. Oh, survival guide. Mm-hmm. Alright, well. Ma'am, I'm gonna recommend you go find something safe, because out here, it gets dangerous. I guess the land balls don't really cause you much harm, though, so, yeah. Alright. As you make your way over here, you're gonna notice they give you a nice, convenient area to get started. Ooh, gotta pick up an egg. Red berries. These berries are going to be your lifeline when you first start and build your first base, so most definitely pick up all of these. Because not only are they food, but you see I'm also getting seeds, which you're going to need to feed your pal. Whoa, look at that. Oh, my buddy wants me to join a party. I will be back in just a second, fellas and ladies. I'm going to let him know I'm a tad busy. Alrighty, I am back. Alright, now where were we? Oh yes. Nice, yeah, I have some unused stat points. I will go ahead and redeem them. See, this game is like a cross between a certain other creature catching game that will not be named, and also Ark Survival Evolved, which is another game I like to play. In the sense that there's all these little tech things that you spend your points on, and you also level up your character the higher level you go. So first thing, you definitely want to get your PAL box, your PAL sphere, campfire, wooden chest. More or less just get all of these. I typically ignore these sort of accessory things because they take tech points and they're expensive, and a lot of this stuff you can get later. Definitely that. I'm gonna say all these things that I just got are must-haves. Each one of these. Well, other than the spear, you could kind of get away without it, but I'm gonna recommend it. In addition, get a berry plantation or ranch, but the ranch is a little bit more complicated. More on that later. Alright, so now, oh, I can level up again, okay. Alright, so what we're going to do next, see, I have a primitive workbench already unlocked. Do you have that by default? And I already have some wood. We're going to go ahead and just place a temporary one down, and we're going to build it. This is important because it has all of your early recipes to get yourself started, such as the wooden club. We're going to go ahead and build one. And we're going to go get some land balls. Sorry, bud. You'll be fine. You'll respawn. Don't worry, guys. They'll respawn. They'll be fine. I need their fur. A chicky pea. I want chicken. We'll pick up some stones. Those are good. Oh, he's trying to get scrappy. Did you seriously knock yourself out just by running into me? Come on, man. Alright. Well, now that you see I have some food with me, you're actually going to notice down at the bottom left of the screen, I have my health bar, which is green, and I have my food bar, which is orange. Well, we need to eat. Now, ironically, apparently chickpeas don't have any parasites because you can eat their meat raw. But hey, what? And also all the meat. Apparently this island is full of perfectly safe animals that have no diseases whatsoever other than poison. But apparently only when they want to poison you. So, you know, there is that. Alright, well, we're gonna hunt some more down because you're gonna need a lot of resources. Especially in the later game, things start getting very expensive. Alright. Now the next thing you're going to want is to gather enough resources to get a stone pickaxe, a stone axe, and I recommend the spear or the bow and arrow. But either way, I need some wood and some fiber. also need some stone. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and gather up some resources, guys. I'll be right back as soon as I have enough. Alrighty. I got some stuff gathered up here. See, I got enough Paldium fragment. I got the ones I can make a Pal sphere, but we're going to pause that for a bit. I think the first thing I want to build is my stone axe. So you're going to put it in your workbench here, and then you're going to hold whatever button it prompts you for to work until it's done. And now you see it's in my pocket. Well, on my back, but in my weapon slot. You start out with 4 weapon slots. Now you see the wooden club does more damage than the stone axe, but that's because the stone axe is not meant to be a fighting tool. I'm also going to build my pickaxe. Those are your 2 most important tools to have with you. Because as you can see, when I'm chopping a tree with this thing, I do about that much damage to it. Now watch this. Oh yeah. Way better. And now I can actually cut the whole tree down in a relatively short amount of time. Although, I'm going to use up my entire inventory with all this resources. But that's alright. We're going to go ahead and gather up a bunch. Level up again. You're going to level up a lot in the very beginning. Alright. Stone spear. Let's go. Bada bing. Alright, now, let's see here. Oh no. I need more stone. Oh. Time to get out the stone pickaxe. Now look at that. Works a lot faster. Oh, see that? A Paldium fragment and ore. Oh, that ore is going to be very important here very soon. Although, we have no way of refining it. More on that soon. And I purposely let myself run out of stamina to show you guys what happens. If you let your stamina bar go all the way empty, it forces you to stop and take a breather. Whereas if you do this and then stop, you'll come back and you can just keep on going. Even if it's not quite done. See? Just as a tip for you, don't ever let it go 100% empty just to stop and let it recharge so you can just keep on going. Alright, now that we have all that, let's see here. Common shield. Why not? The shield is helpful because it helps it, well, you know, it's a shield. Shields are always nice. Now, of course, it's going to use all of my Paldium fragments, which Paldium is like a special magical material that only exists on this world. And let's just say, you're going to need a lot of it. So I'm going to recommend, when you find it, especially early game, pick it up. And I can make my first set of armor. We're going to go ahead and make our 2 cloths here. And now I'm going to make my cloth outfit because I'm standing here just about naked. And, whoa, you guys didn't see that. And look at that. Don't I look cool? Oh yeah. Okay, now let's see here. Got my stone spear. I see the spear's a lot better. You gotta get the distance just right, but yeah. As far as damage, 35. Better than that one. So we're gonna take it. Now, the trick here is I need to catch myself a pal that I can actually fight with. Oh, but you know what? You know what I don't have? I don't have any spheres. Which, you know, are like a different kind of ball that, you know, is in a different game that we are definitely not going to be referencing. So, we're going to need to go find some. We're going to head this way, because looky here. Oh my. That's a big boy. Those are girls, actually. Yeah, fair enough. I'm not going to say that way, though, because that would be rude. Alright, look at all these pretty flowers. What I'm looking for are Paldium fragments just located around the world. And you can see them right now. Whee! Ow. Really? Apparently fall damage is pretty low in this game. Because in real life, that would have like broke your ankle. I see this right here. This is a palladium fragment node, so you can mine it just like everything else, but it gives you a crap ton more. I am going to go ahead and mine up a bunch of this. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and mine up all of them because I need a lot of them. A Tiafant, or Tfant, whatever. Sometimes I'm not quite sure how these are supposed to be pronounced, but it'll be alright. Let's see here. Now I see it's getting dark and it's getting cold. My dude's gonna start getting cold and losing health. In other words, I might have to do like it's recommending, make a torch. Oh, these are fun. These right here shoot you up in the air when you jump. Like this, you stand in top, and then you can press the jump button. Whee! Bang. Alright. Ooh. Anything in ya? Let's see here. Let's mine this up. Awesome stuff in here. Oh! I knew it. Like I said, every little nook and cranny. Check it. A Granada. Oh. My socks are wet. Oh well. They'll dry. Well, let's head back up here. I probably could just make a new workbench. In fact, that's what we're gonna do. A Memorized. These things are really cool. However, they are level 33. They are very tanky, and they're very mad when you bother them. So we're going to leave them alone for now. In fact, we are going to head this way. Oh, look at that. A daydream, I think is what they're called. Even though it's nighttime. Yeah, daydream. Those are kind of cool. I like their little sparkly hair, ghost-looking thingy. Are you friendly? I'm gonna say so. Land ball. Be funny if you could kick them around like a soccer ball. Alright guys, what we're gonna do is build another bench here. Don't worry, the other one will eventually just fall apart. So, no littering in this world. What we do need are these pal spheres. Maybe not quite that many. We're gonna sit here and do this. I'll be right back. Alright, we are back. Pick all this stuff up here. And now, what we're going to do is, I want to catch one of them daydreams, because they're actually really nice to have. So I'm going to start poking. Ooh, this is going to be a little trickier than I anticipated. Ow. Get back here. Get back here. Now, you don't want to kill them outright. If you want to catch something, you're going to whittle its health down to nothing. I have been poisoned, or cursed, or yes. Alright. Pokey. Okay. Alright, now holding button. Catching. Hopefully we catch it. Let's see what happens. Yay! We got one. And now the other one's mad at me. Oh, but look. See, that's the nice thing about the daydreams. Is when you have one in your pocket, in your, what's called your party, you can have up to 5 in your party. They actually will linger around even if he's not your active pal. See, like, even if I put him away, he'll just hover around. And yeah, we're gonna catch this one too. Yay! Alright, land ball. I like better odds. Really? It's a little much, don't you think? Really? Okay, well, let's try again. It's good enough. Let's try again. You're gonna need land balls, just so you know. They're helpful for early farming. Yay!
Yeah.
Alright guys, I think I am going to, since you've already seen the capturing mechanics, I'm gonna go ahead and capture a bunch of these guys, including a couple of those chickpeas and a cativa, because they're all useful early game pals, and I'll meet you when I have a couple of them. All right, we got quite a few guys in there. As you see, my party is filled up entirely with all the guys that I've caught, and I got several. Keep an eye on the ground, guys. There's lots of awesome stuff to pick up. And then there's also this gum moss guy. I'm not going to bother those guys right now. They don't drop anything useful that I need right now. However, these pal spheres are quite useful. Now, something else you're going to want to do fairly quickly is establish yourself an early base. Now, a good location that I recommend is coming up here soon. As we're coming down the mountain here, lots of chickpeas. You're going to want to be careful in this area, though, because let's just say there's a real big boy nearby. Right there. Yeah, see that? That is a boss Memorest called an alpha. He's actually on the map here. If you look, you see his little picture. He's a special one that's more powerful than normal. When you want ones for combat, you want to catch one that's one of those. But right now, I'm nowhere near powerful enough to take him on. Instead, we're going to come down here and get this fast travel. Yeah. Alright. I see there's these cativas here, but they're a little shy. We're going to come up and poke him. Hopefully that counted as a catch. Yes, it did. The reason why I want the cativas, though, is because they're actually quite useful early game. And then there's these pupperized, which are also nice. Can I catch you? Maybe. Oh, and then a pangolin. You're going to need one of those. But you see how they keep running away? I need to get myself a ranged weapon, which is a fairly obvious choice. So we are going to do something different. Instead of just building a box or building this workbench, I am going to build a PAL box. This is the foundation for your base. So pick a location that's very nice for your base. I recommend something with a nice flat area with easy access to resources such as stone and wood. Preferably have like a metal node nearby, which I know there's some nearby. If you look up on the hill by that tree, there's some berry bushes. We are going to place it right here, and we're going to build it. Actually, a really cool thing, if you summon a pal, look at that. He's helping me build it. One thing, the pals that you have are very useful. And so right now, we're in the PAL box menu here, management menu. And as you can see here, switching to my mouse and keyboard, it's easier to look. We have my chickpeas, we have my lamb ball, we have a cativa, we have my daydreams here. And each one has different stats here. You can see we'll click on you. No, fine, we'll click on this one. If you look at him, you can see over in his skills menu, which is directly under his picture, you see there's all those little things that are darkened out and they change depending. There's kindling, watering, planting, electricity, handicraft, gathering, lumbering, mining, medicine, cooling, transporting, and farming or ranching. See, you want to get these guys, all they can really do is harvest and ranch. Oh, but you see that guy, he's even better at ranching. And then there's this one, who's kind of meh. But the reason why, see, these guys are going to be really good early food. Now, these lamb balls are going to be good for early wool production. Daydream can help you build stuff. So, and they can transport. So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one of my chickpeas and one of my daydreams into my base. And see, they're just going to kind of wander around doing nothing because there's nothing going on in the base right now. But we're going to change that. So you're going to press your build menu button. You bring up all this stuff that you've unlocked. First, I need to build my primitive workbench, just for the time being. I'm also going to build a repair bench. And while I'm building, my daydream will actually come over and help me because it has a +1 in the handiwork skill. So it can help me build. And as the name implies, the repair bench is nice because you can use it to repair all of your tools. Which, as you saw, mine took a beating. Alright guys, instead of sitting here yabbing the whole time, I'm going to go ahead and set up an early base and show you what I would say is a good start, alright? So I shall be back in just a few. Oh, I couldn't said it any better myself. Alright. Well guys, that took a while, but as you can see, I got a nice house built, got some storage. I essentially established a very good beginning of my base that I'm going to show you guys everything I've got in here. First, we'll start with this. You got to get your food going for your pals. So your working pals are going to get hungry and they're going to need food. So you're going to need one of these called the feed box. You're going to put your food in here. Starting out, going to be berries. I built 2 just for good measure, just to have enough, but you really just need 1 when you've got a couple pals. I also have 4 red berry plantations, really, right here. I built 2 ranches. I also built the global pal box, which more on that later. The monitoring stand and the statue of power, which we don't need this for a while until we have more pals and souls, but I built it anyway just because I could. You also, for every pal you have working in your base, you must have a bed for them to sleep in or they get very upset. And then they won't work. And yes, your pals will refuse to work, so you have to make sure they're nice and happy. Now, with everything I've built in here, including my primitive workbench and repair bench, and some nice storage, and as you saw at the beginning, a nice bed, I think we've actually built enough. We might be able to upgrade the base. Now, when you upgrade your base, you're going to come to your PAL box, and you see base upgrade. Now, every upgrade requires a mission, and with this one, I had to build a wooden chest, a primitive workbench, and deploy a PAL. Well, guess what? I already did that. Now, to build to level 3, I neglected to build one item called the campfire. That is the early cooking area, which we will definitely need. But it's right there under the food tab, build a fire. Let's build campfire in a nice area. We'll do that over here. Let's see here. Right here for now. Just cause. We're gonna get a more permanent cooking setup eventually. But right now that's gonna be built there. That will allow me to cook food. But for now, we are gonna upgrade the box again. And look at that. I already built everything else. Upgrade it once more. Alright. That right there gives us quite a few upgrades. And as you can see, we've upgraded 4 times, giving us access to 4 more pals in our base, which I am going to immediately add more of my chicky peas and my lamb balls. And let's see here. My Cativa can transport. But I think we're going to leave those in my group because I want to have access to them elsewhere when I'm fighting. This Pangolin, though, is going to be helpful, so we're going to catch him. Or not. Thank you, Daydream. Okay, you know what? Daydream, you're going to stay at the base. Or at least in the box. You're going in the box. Because you're kind of being a nuisance. I'm trying to catch the pals, not murder them. At least at the moment. So, let's see here. Ah, here's some more. See, the reason we want a Pangolin is because if we get close to this one, see how he's got the water and the cooling symbol? Which means, in theory, he, or she, that's a boy, he will be able to cool things if I could catch up to him. Bing, bing, bing. Let's see here. 67. No. We're going to poke him a few more times. 98%. That's a good one. Yes. Yay. Celeries. Oh, that's a nice pal. I like that one. However, I think I want to get one of these gum mosses because I believe they can plant. Essentially, you want to get at least one of every pal that you can, especially in the early game, because you want to be able to have as many skilled workers as possible. Yay! That one, I was starting to worry. Didn't look like it was going to want to work. Oh, that's why the battle music's still playing. That one Pangalet's still mad at me. Yeah, you want to go? Ooh, wow. Fine. You want to go? You still want to go? Get in the box. What's in the box? That Pangalet is now. Forgive me, I had to. Ooh, check out this. This is called a Lift Monk effigy. Every time you see one of these little pedestals and a little crystal dude on top, pick it up. They're very helpful for later on. Alright, now that we've collected a bunch of that stuff, we're going to come back over here to the PAL box management. And we're going to look here at my gum moss. Ah, you see that little green symbol in his information tab that shows a plant little seedling? That means he has skill in planting. I need one of those. So I'm actually going to take out my lamb ball. And I'm going to put him in because he is going to start planting in my farms. In addition, I'm also going to take out one of my chickpeas. Actually, no, we're going to keep that one because if you notice, his farming skill is 2 versus this one is 1. So we're going to take that out. We're then going to put my Pangalet in because not only can it water, it can build, it can cool things, and transport. So he will be a perfect addition to the base. Alright. Now you guys see what we're doing here. We're building an array of pals that have a diverse amount of skills so that they can all get stuff done. And now, I just have to wait for that gum moss who has decided to take a nap. Why are you taking a nap? Okay, are you waiting now? Ah, he's awake now. I think because he was still a little injured, he wanted to sit and take a nap, which is fine. But as you can see, he's now planting. And once he's done planting the berries, the Pangalet will water the berries. And then anybody that has gathering, such as him, no. But let's see here. Do we have anybody in the box that can gather? Ah, the chickpeas and the daydream can. That little green wheat symbol means that he can gather. So there, we have the three ones we need for farming. You need a planter, you need a waterer, and you need a harvester. So there you go. And then, in no time, those are going to be growing. And we're going to have a steady supply of these. And as you can see, my chickpeas that are growing in the ranch here are producing eggs. Now, those eggs aren't just magically teleporting into this box here. What's actually happening is that daydream that's walking around is actually a harvester. Not a harvester, a transporter. He has a transport skill of 1, meaning it will be able to come up here, pick up the egg, bring it over here, and put it in the box. What are you doing? That's mine. Okay. Sometimes it's hard to tell. Now, I'm going to show you guys about this right here. This is the monitoring stand. This is very important, so pay attention. You're going to we'll first start with set work mode. This is how quickly or slowly you make your pals work. As you can see here, the harder you make them work, the more you get out of them, but the more they also get worn out and just don't like it. The lower you work them, the more they like it, but the less work you're going to get out of them. So for now, just keep them at normal work. In another set here, go to Set Work Preferences, and you can look at all the pals that are working and see all of the skills they have here. And now, currently, I have them all set to do everything. Let's look here at the gum moss. You see, he can plant, and he can fight, but really, he wouldn't do very much fighting. Chickpea can harvest and ranch. All of this is doing great. This is going to help me. And the best part is while you're not home, they just keep on working, which means you do have to constantly come back to your base and check on everybody just to make sure that it's all doing well. Oh, look at that. See? These berries are already ready for harvest. And if I sit here and hold the button, I can manually harvest them myself. Just like that. And I got 10 berries, which are going to go straight into there because I need my pals to have them. And you can see here, I have a piece of wool on the ground and an egg. I'm currently transporting them. We're going to put that in there. However, the wool is going to go in storage. Nice thing about storage here, if you already have one in the box, you could just press B and it'll instantly put it in there. See, this one already has wool in it, so if I just press B, it inserts it automatically. We're going to go ahead and put everything away that I don't need. You'll need those later, but not right now. Alright, we have made a good bit of progress today. The last thing we're going to do is cook ourselves a nice meal. I have the lamb ball mutton. I'm going to go ahead and cook it up. And this is going to take a little while, but that's alright. It automatically cooks for me. And I'll just leave that goat. And once it's done, we can have some. Ooh. What are you? A caprity. Ooh, level 15. That one's going to be tough. But you know what? I think we can take it. Just keep strafing. Just keep strafing. Catch him. Please catch him. Come on. You got it. You got it. Come on. Oh, yeah. Oh, well, that died. But either way, we got a caprity. Yay. Yay. Those ones are useful. Can I upgrade my base yet? No, I need the PAL gear. Well, we're going to do on that one in the next episode. The last thing I'm going to show you guys here is the global PAL box. See, the global PAL box is actually the only way for you to transport PALs from different games in between games. Now, before I open this, you're going to see a whole bunch of mid to late game guys in this box, but it's going to show you the kind of progress that I made in my server that I'm with my buddy Mitchell. See all them? On the right hand side is my global PAL box storage. Those are all PALs that I've collected and manually picked to have their DNA put into this box. With that, I could, if I wanted to be cheap, plop them out into this right here and be able to just supercharge my early game base. But we're not going to do that because I want to show you guys how to do this the legit way, not the cheating way. On that note, guys, though, I think... I'm getting tired. I think I'm going to just lay down for a quick nap, and I will see you guys in the next episode. See ya.